Hi, welcome to your reading for the month of April. I hope you're very well. Leo, fellow fire season, so this is going to be a good month. Leo, what season are you in? Leo, what season are you in? Strength. The mountain. This is interesting because mountains are symbols of strength because they've been formed over so much time and pressure and movement. And now these great formations stand before us. It takes a lot of strength to endure the weather around mountains. It takes a lot of strength to climb a mountain. Now, I am being kind of drawn to the message where, yes, it takes a lot of strength to climb a mountain, but I think sometimes the harder part is when you're at the top. I've climbed a mountain, I can say this. The hardest part is when you're at the top and you're like, well, this is great, but now we've got to go all the way back down and do it all over again. And it might be even harder because it's harder to find your footing when you're going down sometimes. So anyway, the mountain is here. There's a feat of strength ahead. You are strength. You are inner strength. And I think this is especially leading toward the end of the month when we move into Taurus season, because even though that season squares you, it's also harmonious to you. You work well with Taurus. You understand each other. You like to have both feet on the ground. You're symbolized by these four-legged animals that have all 4 feet on the ground, firmly on the ground, heavy, big animals walking the earth. And that instills fear in many other creatures. So maybe there's something about how you use your power. How do you exhibit strength? Is it by unleashing all of your power? Is it by power dynamics? Or is it by knowing that you carry the strength of the mountain in you, but you don't need to exhibit it all the time? What is this about? Let's see. Actually, I want to pull a major arcana. Your archetype, your major arcana for the month ahead is the Chariot. Another symbol of strength. That boost that it takes to get somewhere, believing in yourself, and going after what you want. There could be assets this month, investments, real estate, houses, maybe moving house, selling a house, a vehicle, perhaps. But really, the same as the Chariot and the mountain, the only thing above that mountain is the sky. The only thing above this chariot rider, the charioteer, is the canopy of stars, the sky. So the only thing above you is the sky. There is something you want to achieve, but it's going to require just an extra boost, like hitting the gas just to get up that mountain. Something just needs an extra boost to get up there. And the only way that you can successfully do this is by reaching a level of trusting yourself. In the Chariot, we move from apprentice to journeyman. The apprentice has to work under somebody, asks questions, needs checking in, guidance. The journeyman is free to go and work on his own. He's not a master yet, but he's free to go and work on his own. So you're reaching a point of self-trust The Lady. I'll just pull another one because, I mean, there's obviously a significant person here. We always all have significant someone somewhere. Let's just get another card on the Chariot, because this could be a person that you're wanting to go toward, or this is you. The House. So yeah, real estate could be a part of this for sure. Safety. But also, something about overprotection. Someone is overprotective. Like they're always just in the house or in the carriage. Being on foot, climbing a mountain is no place for a lady, you know. And I was very conscious of when I was saying he is not the apprentice anymore. Like I wanting to give a disclaimer, but I can't disclaim everything I say. I've just got to get on with the story. But maybe somebody is dealing with overprotection. Like I'm in the house or I'm in the carriage. I can't get my skirts dirty. Like there's something about being very particular, and maybe this month, maybe that's a lifestyle they've been used to, or maybe that's what they want to go toward. It's like, I don't want to struggle anymore. I don't want to. Maybe someone's going through a bit of a costume change. Like I one or the other. It's like, I don't want to be fancy anymore. I just want to be down to earth and ready for action. Or I don't want to be dressing like an adventurer anymore. I want to, you know, move toward a finer, more distinguished or dignified sort of way of living. For some of you, this could be a motorcycle. I'm seeing like a motorcycle, something that, a real boost. When you meditate, or if you don't, I would recommend that you try this exercise. When you meditate, what is the vehicle? Because typically in meditations, we start off by on foot, right? We're walking somewhere, we're on a path, or we're envisioning something. So I would like you to pay attention to where you fit into that vision and how you get to where you want to go. Because the Chariot will get you there very fast. This could also be encouraging somebody to leave the house. Somebody could be very anxious or afraid of the outside world. I'm really feeling like two worlds collide in your reading, because there is something about it's almost like a class issue or a power dynamic of some kind, but those worlds collide. It's like, you know, the old adage in films and stories of the working class hero with the princess kind of thing, like coming together and defeating the odds because they've been so differently conditioned. So how does this relate to you? Let's get some more cards. Leo. It's definitely a positive month. It's definitely a positive month. And there is a great feeling of safety. Oh, something happened at a house. Because I just saw 11:22 when I just happened to check, because my timer disappears when I don't touch the screen. So it was 11:22, which makes me think there is a significant house Someone might be receiving a visit from a guide. I don't think it's, I mean, you could be receiving visitors at your house, but I think it's something ethereal. A guide or someone who's passed on, maybe a loved one could be coming to visit you. And it might take a lot of strength to sit with that. Your strength will be proven, but I feel like there's just one final hurdle you want to get over. Like you're working out and you're working with a trainer and you've got this one final goal, or there's some kind of mountain or hurdle that you have to just really push yourself to get up, get over. I know I've said that so many times. I don't mean to keep repeating it, but it's really... Okay, let's get some cards for Leo. The Sun. So family, safety, familiarity, there's a big message. There could be secrets revealed. Somebody coming to you with truth, what they've experienced, what they need, what they've been dealing with. Leo, April. What are my Leos doing? A big boost to your physical energy as well, your body here. There could be something revealed or announced, but there's also this time, like a sundial, like there's something about time in the sun, in the spotlight. We have to leave the house to enjoy the sun. Yeah, 8 of batons. So you definitely have some visits happening this month. Now, a lot of you could be communicating with people in different countries. Maybe you've got relatives or you're communicating with someone online, but there does seem to be a bit of a distance. Some of you launching a website, some of you there's a spark, there's a key moment, there's a spark. Something's ignited and it takes off. And it picks up speed, It's just going and going. And it's really going to pick up where it's one thing after another. You're going to need a lot of energy for this. But I'm getting this message that you've been training for this, you've been ready for this, and that this is the final boost. You need to get up that mountain, but not just to get up the mountain, but to also come back. And why do I keep needing to emphasize that? It's not just about climbing the mountain, it's also the descent, right? The coming down from that adrenaline rush or that high from climbing or from running or, and then I've achieved it. It's like when you first get to the top of the mountain and you see everything and it's like you're taking pictures and you're breathing the air and you're like, holy, I did this. I'm above the clouds. What? And then you kind of come back to reality. But okay. It's a very good reading. It is a very good reading. This month is very positive. A lot of movement, a lot of success, victory, really feeling recognized, really being recognized. And then 4 of Swords next to the bed. Okay, next to the bed, the house, the bed. Time for rest, okay, but you've got dual animals in 3 of your cards. In the Sun, you have the 2 swans, you've got the 2 rabbits in the 8 of batons, and then you have the 2 horses in the Chariot. And the Chariot is also about mastering or successfully melding 2 elements. So 2 opposing forces, 2 opposites, 2 different plans, 2 people, to, something is very different from the next, but we have to get them working on the same page in order to have success and move forward, and that might require some, looking at the horses, we can only do that by putting reins on them or training them. So something has to be sort of trained in order to move the way you want it to move. There's so much about practice here, amping up, training, seeing that goal and finally feeling ready to accomplish it, and the amazing boost that you get, and then the rest and the success and like writing about it, your memoir, people interviewing you perhaps. This person has to go far from home and they don't like to, but they do. It'll be fine. They'll be okay. I don't know if some of you are sending your child on their first sleepover, or like sending your child off to summer camp, maybe for the first time, or just if you're an adult and you just don't like to be away from home, this month may require you to spend a bit of time away from your comfort zone. Like you are spending time away from your comfort zone and really having to amp yourself up and like feel confident and continue to give those positive affirmations to yourself. Like, there's a reason why I'm doing this. It's positive. It's going to lead to something good. But yeah, there's just something about coming out of the comfort zone. Show me the sun. Now, 2 animals, I'm thinking it's a lunar energy, right? It's something magnetic. It's talking about I've lost it. Oh, the bear. The bear. So there could be a mother involved, a protective mother. But also bearing something, your strength, being in the spotlight, keeping your calm. Are you in, I don't know why I'm getting this, like, these cards are so positive. And I'm also going to tell you that what is going to help you is writing things down or having a list, having a plan. Because when things start to really pick up, you're going to want to refer to your calendar, to your plan, to your notes, right? Like you've got to plan this before you go, and then check things off the list as you go. It's a very step-by-step process. So you might get swept up in the speed of everything, but there is an overall plan and structure to it. And I don't know why I keep, now I'm seeing 1024. So there's something about the beginning of Scorpio season and the end of Scorpio season. I love Scorpio season. I really do. It's so creative, but I don't know why that's coming up for you. Did something happen in Scorpio season, or are you planning for something in Scorpio season? Another month of endurance. So what I wanted to say is these cards are so positive and everything's like hopeful and uplifted and like my moment in the sun, your body, your strength, your health is good. But there's also this, I'm getting this like caution, like it's all exciting, but it might not be what somebody really wants. Is that what it is? Show me the 8 of Wands. Spirit guides for sure. Connection with the other side. Maybe visiting a sacred space where something happened. You could be touring a haunted house, or like, if you just rewind, I know it was light from outside, but the fact that I was saying that and I looked up and I saw this like plasma kind of effect is interesting. A test of strength. Can you sleep a night in this place? So, but yeah, you're bearing something, like you're bearing a lot. Leo does have a lot of strength. You take on a lot, but your heart, your beautiful heart always shines through. Show me the Eight of Wands. Yeah. Because even the Sun card, I'm like, it looks too much like the moon. The moon. So this is about fame, recognition, jewelry, silver. Silver, second place. Did you come second in the race? That's why there's two. Are you sibling and you feel like you're always second? What is this about the number 2 for you? Is it the dual forces inside you? And look, the moon, there's a signal too, because this moon is also on top of this house. The little satellite dish. So you're picking up on a lot. Your intuition is very strong. You're picking up on a lot. Maybe the duality is that your schedule's changing. Are you more of a night person or a morning person? Is that flipping at this time? Show me the Four of Swords. The Sun. Because what I was asking in my head is, where can I feel safe? Where can I just get a good night's sleep? The Sun. So maybe your schedule is changing, and I don't know if your work schedule allows for this, but try to roll with it, because it seems like where you're getting your energy and your inspiration is just changing. The time of day, the places. There's so much alive when the moon is out. Everything's quiet. Everyone kind of goes into hiding. We all tuck into our houses. We close the door. We close the curtains. We get into bed. Animals go into their burrows, into their caves. But yet, something is very much alive. The wild ones come out at that time. The opportunists, the foxes and the raccoons, right? That when we've put our garbage out and we've closed our doors and we've gotten rid of everything for the day, that's when the others would come in, and they have their part, right? They're part of our lives because they come in to fill that other half that we don't do. And maybe some of you, this is about like renting your space, or if you own a business, maybe you want someone to rent your space when you're not there, so you're making more income, but they're not interrupting your work. And there is a certain peace. There's a certain peace that comes. The signal gets stronger. The signal is either stronger at the opposite time when you expect it to be, a lot of you, there's maybe intimacy is the question. But I think that once you will get an answer for something, and it will let you sleep at night. You are getting an answer, something is discovered, and you are finally able to rest because you're getting that answer. There was a lot of uncertainty, and in those moments of uncertainty, because you're a Leo, you're ruled by the sun. You like things to be, like I was talking about the animals before, with all 4 feet on the ground, like on the earth, grounded, stable. You like when the sun is out. You like when everything is visible and illuminated. You don't really like mysteries. In terms of, and that's a very generalized statement, but those of you who don't like mysteries maybe aren't watching a tarot reading, but you don't like when there's something yet to be discovered. You want to discover it, you want to know it. You're going to ask the questions to get the answers. And for you to get the answer you seek, you might have to specifically structure your questions or come up with a plan or organize your thoughts, write something down. When you can't sleep at night and everything's running around, like during the last couple of years when we were all isolated and everything was crazy, I didn't sleep at all. I mean, I had other stuff going on, but that was a big part of it. I barely slept in the last 3 years, and I think it shows. But I wrote a lot of music and I wrote a lot of poetry and I came up with a lot of ideas in those times. So even though I needed to rest to take on the next day, I was actually getting a lot of material that I could use, maybe not the next day, but in the future. So this may not be something that affects you immediately, but it will benefit you down the road, Leo. So I will leave that there. If you want your full year ahead reading, I do have that on the channel. So check out your 2023 reading. It's about an hour and a half long. We go detail month by month. And if you want a personal reading, I would love to read for you. As always, my new website is linked below. So check that out as well. Leo, have a good month.